Hello YouTube, it is Championdjk coming at you again with another Matchbox Monday Addendum episode where we are actually taking a look at cars that were RAOK'd to me from HW or at HWS underscore Duke of Diecast. And if you want more of the backstory on that, you'll just have to check out the previous episode. All right, so anyway, we're just going to go through these as quick as we can because we got about 48 cars to look at here, so quite a lot. So I'm just going to show you everything that was in there. This is a newer one. This is the 59 Chevy Wagon. This is a car that I did already have in my collection. It's a very, very cool one, though. I quite like it. I think it's pretty good. Probably won't spend much time on that one. It's too new. This next one here is a Humvee, or Hummer, which is weird. I swear, did Hot Wheels put this exact same casting out? Was this also used in the Hot Wheels line? 1/70th scale, made in China. Kind of cool. Back opens. Kind of a neat little military Hot Wheels. And then I've got it here too in a slightly different camo color. I'm doubting there's any interior in this one. Although there might be, I don't know. But I think it's just blacked out. I think those windows are just painted in. No, they're actually there. It's got suspension. Yeah, kind of a neat army vehicle. And then we got another one here. There's another one. Camo kind of matches that one. This is an older casting Jeep 4x4 made in Thailand. The actual casting, though, is, I think, quite old. No suspension on this one. Looks all right. I don't think there's any other military ones in here. Those are the three. Let's see here. Then we got Peterbilt dump truck. Kind of a neat one. I think I've shown at least one version of this casting in a previous Matchbox Monday episode. And then we got this one. Another Peterbilt. This time it is the Wrecker. This is like a tow truck for semi-trucks. Seen better days, but pretty cool nonetheless. So yeah, all this stuff was just given to me, which is just crazy. What is this thing? Is this supposed to be a Mustang? Mustang Mach 3. Copyright date 1994. That has got to be the grossest looking Mustang casting ever. It's kind of weird. It's a convertible, but there's no like window in it. And the Tampo scheme's a little strange. Interesting. Definitely interesting, but really ugly. Here's another ugly one. The Corvette Stingray 3. Look at this beast. Got suspension. Guessing the copyright date's around the same time as that one. Yeah, 1994, made in Thailand. Wild paint colors in those early 90s days. And some pretty wacky designs. I do like how dated it looked. The gold wheels are really terrible, though, on this thing. That's a weird one. All right, and then let's see here. Then we got Corvettes. We got two of these. One in red and one in yellow. Both 1987 Corvettes. Got suspension. I do like this casting. I think it's a pretty well-made casting. It's got like metal body. It's got the plastic part of the base, and then it's got this interior that actually makes up the two-piece body, or connects the two pieces of the body. That puts this black trim all the way around the car. That's actually plastic. It's part of the interior piece, and that is definitely kind of neat that they did that. So it's kind of a cool number there. So let's see, there's those Corvettes. Then there's two of these in here. This is kind of a cool looking one. It's a Toyota Supra. So this casting, Toyota Supra Turbo, copyright date 1994. Crazy color scheme on this thing. There's actually two of them in here. Two of the same car. But that is kind of a cool car, and it's cool they did a metal car for it. Metal body, metal base. Ooh, and they're a variation of each other. I didn't even realize that. Look at one has a tan interior and one has a red interior. I don't know if one's more rare than the other one. Oh, and they also, another variation. One has a tampo on the hood and the other does not. Weird. So that's kind of interesting. This is the only version of this car I have. I did not have this casting at all before. So I do find it kind of cool. That's pretty neat. Put those back. Next we got a Corvette Grand Sport. The coolest Corvette. I got two different variations of that. I think we showed one similar to this one in the last episode. Just crazy neon colors. This has got to be from the early 90s. This like fluorescent pinkish orange-ish color. Casting dates back quite a bit, I think. 1989 it looks like. I like this one though. This one's kind of cool. Weird, this one's kind of riding low and it doesn't leave much room for the suspension. Definitely kind of cool though. I dig that. That's neat. That's just crazy looking. Let's see here. Then we got this Corvette. I think I showed this Corvette in a previous episode, the exact one just like it. It's a decent casting. This color combo is pretty nasty. 1979 copyright date on this casting. It's an older casting. They originally, I think, tooled it though metal. So interesting. All right, next we got a really cool one. This is a Chevy van, a casting I collect, sort of loosely. I don't go actively after these, but when I do see one that I don't have, and it's cheap, I get it. Plastic base, metal body. A paint job that is the sign of the times when it came out. Fluorescent paint, neon colors. Pretty cool though. That's a cool van. Lifted Chevy vans are kind of neat. Got the bubble window. Not a bad van casting from Matchbox. Pretty cool. So there's that one. And let's see here. We got police car. I think I might have shown this one in a 10 Card Tuesday as well. The Ford Limited. Ford LTD. PD21. Kind of a cool police car. I like how they actually have a red and a cherry and a berry on top. That's a nice touch, having two different colors of plastic up there. So that's pretty good for Matchbox. And let's see, we got another one. Camaro police car. Matchbox police. Woo woo. Comes from a weird era Matchbox. This is made in Thailand. Copyright date looks like 93 for this Camaro. I don't know when this actual police livery one came out. Pretty interesting though. That's kind of cool. And then let's see here. We'll get a couple of these out of the way. This one, I already have this one. I've got a bunch of these actually. I picked up a couple extras of this Volvo wagon because I thought it was so nice. I think this just came out last year or the year before maybe. I don't know. Copyright date 2015. So it's, but this color I think just came out. I think it was last year. Love the details on these newer Matchbox basic models, licensed models. Just so cool because when you used to get stuff like this, like completely just wackadoodle proportion, and I know the new Beetle, I mean, is a semicircle, but this is probably the concept too. Yeah, Volkswagen concept. 1995. But that, it's cool. It's a little weird beetle, but that is about as ugly as you can get for a car. Actually, this might be even uglier, but yeah, when they're coming out with stuff like this nowadays, and that's just awesome. Very, very cool. All right, so next we got, here's another newer one. I don't know if I have this one or not. It's a plum Porsche Panamera. It's kind of nice. I like those wheels. Copyright date 2010 on this one. I don't know if I had this color of this car or not. That's something I'm definitely going to have to check. But again, basic Matchbox license model with headlights, taillights, nothing on the side because it doesn't need anything on the side. It's just those headlights and taillights really just make the piece and make it a really great value for a $1 model. So awesome there. This is kind of cool. NASA transporter. That's cool. I kind of like NASA stuff. Don't get me started on the moon landings, Travis, if you're watching. That was a fun rabbit hole to go down, but pretty sure we were there. All right, so not we as in me and you, but we as in the human race, or in America in particular. Anyway, so yeah, it's a Kenworth NASA. Pretty cool. It's got a little playware on it, but definitely a cool piece. So there's that, and then we got a couple stock cars. Oops, I just lost my mic. Pick that back up. Outlaw Auto Grand Prix. Not a bad looking stock car. As far as stock cars go, it's a Pontiac. Looks okay. I'm not into any like NASCAR stuff. I like the old classic NASCAR, liveries and stuff like that when they were interesting and kind of neat. Nowadays, with just all the plastic body, I don't know, whatever. It's just the cars aren't interesting looking to me at all. So that's a huge part of why I'm not a huge fan of the racing. Just because the cars, really just the appearance of the vehicles. I just don't. They don't do anything. They don't look cool going. So Chevy Lumina, not terrible, not great, but kind of cool. All right, so there is that. That's one whole side of the jam. We're going to go on to the next side here. Let's start with a newer model. This is a Corvette. That looks pretty neat. This is copyright date 2008. Corvette ZR1. It's not a bad looking Vet. It's got a decent amount of graphics on it. You've got that hood, those headlights. It looks pretty good. I kind of dig that one. We'll put that one away. And then, oh gosh. We got another one of these. It's a variation. Look at that. Gold wheels, silver wheels. Same great graphic. One's a little bit darker blue than the other. Yuck. It's a good thing they didn't actually, I don't think, make that car. That was a concept, I'm sure. Next is the Lotus Evora. Definitely dig this one. That's up my alley. So this, we get graphics on the side, so we unfortunately have to forego the headlights and taillight details in favor of this Lotus livery on the side, which still looks pretty good. It looks all right because it looks kind of like a race car, so it doesn't really, need really the headlight and taillight detail. But cool casting from Matchbox. When did they first come out? 2008, it looks like. So, kind of a neat model. Oh yeah, the Plymouth Prowler. Okay, this is not a great representation, I don't think, of the Prowler. The Prowler was an interesting car when it came out during an interesting time for Chrysler. I think they probably came out with like the PT Cruiser and stuff like that around the same time. I could be wrong. 1995 is the copyright date on this. That's when they were kind of trying to go like retro. I will say this though, the Prowler, it's kind of cool. I mean, I wonder if this car became like a collector item, or is becoming a collector item, is anything sought after. I don't really know much about the Prowler. Although I do think it would be kind of cool, like if Auto World were to do one accurately and put it out in the lineup. Maybe I'm absolutely insane for saying that, but we'll see. I actually wouldn't mind if Auto World did a PT Cruiser. I think that would be kind of hilarious, but kind of cool at the same time. So it's just those oddball cars you see saw on the road anyway, every once in a while. So anyway, Plymouth Prowler, weird casting. This one, it's Toyota, is newer. I've got it. It's a nice model though. It's got that top on it, Tacoma from 2016. It was a new casting then. I believe this is removable. Yes, it is. Here's what the bed of the truck looks like without the tent top thing. So kind of a nice looking model of this truck. I'd say that's not bad at all. No interior on that one. Blacked out windows. Looks pretty good though. Ooh, and then we got this guy. This is a Mitsubishi 3000 GT Spider. It's kind of neat. I don't have this casting, I don't think, at all in my lineup. What's the copyright date on this thing? I don't see it. Oh, it's like 94. So aside from these wheels, which look very 90s, it's kind of like orange slice wheels, it looks okay. And there's absolutely zero graphic on it. It's just literally red, and that's it. So bland looking, but the appropriate color, I think, for this car. And it looks okay. It kind of looks all right. It's kind of neat to have an example of it anyway. So there's your Mitsubishi. All right, so now we got a couple more oddball. Oh, wow. Here's another one of these. That Corvette Stingray 3. Third time is not the charm for the Stingray. Look at this thing. So I believe this is a concept car that never got made, thankfully. Never got made. Because, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, but I'm thinking this body style is pretty ugly. Look at that face in the front. Hi. Hello. Hello, hello. Anyway, yeah, weird looking car. For sure. Ugly car. Oh, and here's another one of these. This time in purple and yellow. Don't mean to be spending a lot of time calling these cars ugly, but it just goes to show you, like, concept cars and stuff that a lot of them that think, you know, this is going to be the car of the future. Cybertruck, you know, and how, you know, either in the future they do end up looking kind of good, or they do end up being like, what the heck were you thinking? And I'm assuming this Mustang is a what the heck were you thinking? I don't know. And I know the Mustang, like the newer like Mustang, did kind of look, I think, similar to this, or at least the front end sort of looked a little bit similar, but that is ugly looking. All right, next up, I think these are all from a 5-pack, so we'll kind of show them all together. So this might be the coolest one from the 5-pack. Well, maybe not. But this is a Vauxhall Astra GTE Opel Kadett GSI. So I guess it's the casting that's used for either model. Copyright date 1985, made in China. I don't know when this came out. Manufactured under license by Matchbox. But it is the World Cup security car, France 98. It's kind of neat. It's got red windows. It's got the red light bar up here. It's just kind of a cool casting. think I have any example of this casting, aside from this now. It would be cool to have one that's not in like a World Cup livery. I'm just not a huge fan of football. So, anyway, there's that. And then this one is another Opal Calibra. So again, it would be cool to get like this casting in a non-graphical livery. Kind of a cool casting. And then, let's see, we got the mobile unit. Kind of goofy. And we got the field maintenance. That's a casting that's been used quite a bit. K1500. Kind of cool lifted truck. And see the World Cup tour bus. Of course, you gotta have a bus. When does this casting come out? 1985. It's an Icarus coach. Kind of a heavy casting. It's real solid. So that's kind of neat. And let's see here. And then we get, I'm thinking these got to be from, this isn't from another 5-pack. So cause we got police cars here that are kind of looking 5-pack-ish. We've got that cop car there. We've got the matching helicopter. Let's see, just Matchbox Police Department. So we got the matching helicopter, and then we got the matching tow truck right here. I like this tow truck casting. It's kind of cool. So matching tow truck. And matching, this is a cool one, matching Bronco or Blazer, Chevy Blazer. That's cool. The whip antenna. That's a pretty cool one. That Blazer. And then we got a matching, get the Blazer back here, Chevy van. SWAT team. Police Unit 5. Pretty sweet. So I think, I don't know, maybe is that 5 cars? Yeah, so that's got to be a 5-pack at one time. So that's kind of cool. And then you got, I think, another police 5-pack. So it's got that car in it, same casting. It's got the same helicopter. Okay. It's got the same Bronco, or Blazer, sorry. Blazer. So that's pretty cool. And then it differs a bit. So it's got the Camaro police car. Are these a copy of the ones on the other side? No, it's different. So it's got the Camaro police car. And it's got a Humvee or Hummer police car as well. Police emergency. So it differs by a couple castings. Otherwise, pretty much the same. And then the last car in this jammer here, and we've looked at them all, is this Hudson Hornet, which I already have. So the Hudson Hornet, this is a newer release of this sheriff car. Very cool release. Pretty neat. So that was the other 48 cars. It's pretty cool. Definitely some pretty cool stuff. We've got my favorite actually might have been that super casting, just because I don't have any other example of it. It's so heavy with it's big, it's chunky, it's metal. That's kind of a cool casting. So, all right, that's gonna be it for this episode. Thank you guys very much for watching. We'll have one more Addendum episode coming up here. We're just going to kind of look through a book together, but it might still be interesting. So stay tuned for that. Please check out the Matchbox Monday playlist for all the past Matchbox Monday episodes. And please like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Thank you very much, and have a great day.